A very good morning, and this morning I'm delighted to be able to showcase our very first all-electric vehicle. We purchased this vehicle a couple of weeks ago from the owner who has emigrated back to Hong Kong, and we have here a Renault Zoe 5-door all-electric, no petrol engine, all battery operated, full electric vehicle with a range of about 85 miles between empty and full. We've used it ourselves to acquaint ourselves with the running of the vehicle, and we both agree, Daniel and I, that how wonderfully exciting it is to drive. And in fact, I think I mentioned that I wouldn't mind taking it to bed, but that's another story for another day. It's a lovely vehicle, drives absolutely superbly. So yes, it's guaranteed battery wise for life, with terms and conditions of course, but you basically lease the battery from Renault and they guarantee it for life. So it's about, depending on what mileage you do a year, it starts at about £45 or £46 a month, I believe. But full details, you can find them on the website for Renault. But you can also have a charging point put in a home, and we can help to arrange that for you, including the government grant. There's a government grant of about £500, and the prices then start at around £250, depending on your house and where you want the charging point to go. So we can certainly put you in touch with a nationwide company that are very well versed with electric vehicles. But in the main, a very nice car. It has got a full Renault dealer service record, and it is still covered by the warranty until December with Renault, but then ongoing Renault cover the batteries. So the battery of the vehicle, don't worry about it, it's absolutely covered. So 63, 2013, 24,000 miles, and what a lovely car. She absolutely is gorgeous. Would you believe the engine is running, or not running, but the power is there, ready to go. You obviously can't hear anything because there's nothing to hear from the outside, no engine noise, which is a little bit, I suppose, strange at first. But I was told by the owner when I drove it and tried it how well he thought I drove the car, considering I'd never driven an electric vehicle before in my life. Very easy to drive. It's got satellite navigation and reverse camera, parking sensors as well, and it's got cruise control, and you can go from eco power to normal power. Dan's driven it in the normal power. I've just kept it on eco mode, and Dan said it's like a Formula 1 car when you knock the eco button off. So if any of you want to go out with Dan, I'm sure he'll take you out and knock the eco button off for you. But obviously the reason you'd be buying this car is to obviously be environmentally friendly and not have to go into petrol stations and buying diesel or petrol. Good sized boots. There's your charging cable in the bag there, and you can have a charging cable for home as well, although I'm pretty sure they'll set the whole system up for you with the least amount of fuss. And I think under the floor you get a repair kit. So there's a repair, can you just see that just under there? Maybe just lift it up, excuse me. So there's just gone a little bit blurred, hasn't it? It's coming back. So there's an air compressor and some glue if you get a puncture. Not sure about a spare wheel. You could probably have a spare wheel, but you'd have to put it in the boot, so you'd lose some boot space maybe. That's in keeping with most cars anyway, isn't it, today? There's your camera, reverse camera, and there are your parking sensors. Surprisingly amount of room in this car. It's very roomy indeed. There's no smells in the vehicle, no tobacco or pet smells. It's all very nice. Electric rear windows, electric front windows, and these lovely seats. You'll sit 3 people in the back. It's built for 3. I think you've got a nice lighter headlining. Yep, very nice. I'll take you through the driver's door. It's got remote access opening, so that means if you've got the key card on you, you can open the car by pushing the button there, and it will open. Handy if you've got your hands full, so to speak. There's your electric windows. It's like a high gloss black trim around the speakers, etc. There's these nice seats. Zoe ZE can just feel a few spots of rain, so I'm going to hop in the car actually, just before it comes down and covers me in the wet stuff. We've had some rain, haven't we, in the last few days in the UK? Not as much as across in the Caribbean and the South of America, so our thoughts are over there with those people. So basically, if I just turn the sound down a little bit, so basically you've got steering wheel, indicators, cruise control, all very similar. Don't forget it's been built as if you would build a petrol or diesel car. It just hasn't got the petrol or diesel engine. It's got the battery technology, so everything else is remarkably, you'll feel at home in there, and that's probably a good analogy to use. I felt at home straight away. There's your satellite navigation. You can have it on a larger screen just by pushing it there. Bluetooth connectivity. You've got a USB port, and you've got an AUX port, and then you've got the card there for the navigation. So are we ready to go? Let me just have a look. So the vehicle's saying ready. You can see the 71 miles, and the mileage on the car is 24,751, and we're telling you that mileage is absolutely correct. And you'll see the green for eco, and that's controlled here. And just see the button there. If I knock that off, it'll go into normal mode, and you've gone to blue from green. If you notice, I'll put it back onto eco and show you. There you go. So we're ready to go. I'm going to give you a very quick demonstration if I can. Well, of course I can. So if I put my foot on the brake as you would do in a normal automatic and just shift the selector down to D for drive, you'll see that the display is telling you it's D for drive and you're ready to go. Handbrake is off, and I'm just going to move the vehicle a little bit forward and moving around. I might give you a treat here and drive you around the forecourt. Let me just go around the forecourt. You'll see that's the camera. Can you see the camera there? Reversing. I'm just going to go around the forecourt for you actually. Hopefully my wife won't come in and bump into me, because she's due any time now. We're going off to Middlewich. So I'm driving around the forecourt. Private property, so I'm not breaking any law. If I damage anything, it'll be my own cars, nobody else's. So, there you go. Putting the brake on, put it back into reverse. Tell me I'm in reverse, push the reverse accelerator. Reverse, dear me. Push the accelerator, and there you go, I'm driving. So you'll love this car, absolutely love it. So Dan's been asking me for the keys every day actually, and he wants to take it home. Just putting it back in the space now. So it's free delivery anywhere in the country, and obviously I've had to learn quite a bit about the supply of pumps, or would you say charging points, not pumps of course. Charging points, and but basically the consensus of opinion is with the I've just put the handbrake back on, but the lovely car. There's the book pack. We have the spare key card. She's in great condition, she really is. Yeah, so back onto the details of how you would charge it and how long it takes you. It takes anything between 25 minutes and a couple of hours. If you were really low on charge and you weren't too bothered about time, you would charge it at home at the beginning of the week, and if you lived in a city, you'd probably go all week without needing to recharge it. But there are two types of charging points. There's an express, a fast charge, and a standard charge. So it can take up to 2 to 2.5 hours if you have a standard charge, but on a fast charge you can take between 20 and 25 minutes. And I'll just show you where you would put the charging point, where the charging point is actually. Let me just show you. So inside the car here, you would press that, and that will release the front bonnet badge which says Renault. Let me just go to it and just think I'm pretty right. Yep, it's opened it. So you just pull that back here, and then you open, and there is your charging point. Once you've locked the cable into that locator there and it's plugged in, and you've plugged it in at the other end, nobody can pinch it. it will not come out until you release it with the key, or you go enter the vehicle and press it, so nobody can pinch the cable. But I did think at the beginning, well, if we've got cables going from the car to the charging point, surely some rogue will pinch the cable and sell it back to you on eBay, but you can't. It won't come out. It's locked into place both in the car and on the charging point. So that's a point very well worth mentioning. So it's a 63 plate Renault Zoe electric vehicle with about 85 miles on full capacity, maybe 90. If you live in Leeds, Birmingham, Manchester, Liverpool, London, you'd go all week probably on one charge. You can have an installation at home with a charging point. The battery is on a battery lease with Renault, although with the benefit of that is that you get a complete warranty on the battery. So if the battery goes wrong, or you're out of charge on the road, they'll come out and pick you up and get you to the destination. So there's lots and lots and lots of benefits through having a lease on the battery. Not least of all, if it was to go wrong completely, they would replace it with a brand new battery, and you can imagine what the cost might be for one of those. So there you go, get in touch. Lots of other features that we haven't mentioned, and I'm sure that if you want to add anything on the Facebook page, those of you that might have owned one or have got a similar one, maybe a Nissan which is very similar to this, or you've got a Renault Zoe yourself, feel free to add any input you like, positive of course, on the Facebook page, on Google of course. We're on Google and YouTube, so please do network with us and sort of write to us on those posts that you'll see the car on. But there she goes. That's a 2013 Renault Zoe electric vehicle, available now with finance, part exchange and free delivery. Or you can come up and we'll give you a good demonstration of the vehicle. Very well worth coming up to see it. It's a lovely, lovely car. Have a fabulous day, and we hope to hear off you very, very soon indeed. Thank you.